You may begin whenever you're ready.
In 1956, the NCAA officially declared their amateur code and stated that college athletes are students, not professionals or employees entitled to paychecks. A big factors that students have to think about before committing to a college is money, maintaining the outside life, and living. A solution to that would be most student athletes live on campus if they got accepted into school and it's in a different state or a town far from where they grew up from. With that being how it is, they have to adapt to a new living situation just so they can pursue the career and be able to play the sport that they love. That can be challenging and stressful for a new student athlete, especially if they never have been in this situation and if it's a new feeling and emotion for them. The average NCAA student athlete gets worked over 60 hours a week with film, practices, even games, and yet they still don't get one set from any of the hard work that they have to put in. For example, NBA player star Shabazz Napier had to live in these conditions before he got drafted in 2014. He quoted that there were nights I had to go to bed starving and couldn't do anything about it because I had no money to buy food for myself. Over the years, NCAA has gotten better with helping their players out with emergency situations and set up trust funds for the players so if they have an emergency situation and need emergency funds, the NCAA will cover them. Besides the student athlete having to maintain their sports, at the end of the day they have to recover and live their life outside of the sport, which makes it hard for a student athlete to have an outside life. But the NCAA stated in an article that if they are on a scholarship ride, there's requirements and rules the student athlete needs to follow to be able to maintain their scholarship. In an article published in 2014, a report said that student athletes have resources, opportunities, even some scholarships that the college can give. Just depends if the student athlete can qualify for what they have to give. Which the little things help because most student athletes will take whatever they can get, not even besides the resources, the scholarships, and opportunities. The same report from 2014 stated that a good community environment for the student athlete can also help them out by showing them that there is help available if needed, and they are to help you as a student as well. Having to put in work all day, every day gets exhausting and tiring for a student athlete, especially when they have to put in work repeatedly and constantly are doing it. Overall, the student athlete works hard every day to become a better person and have a better future for themselves. There are more demands put on these young men than any employee of the university. These young men are laboring under very strict rules and arduous conditions, so they are laborers in terms of physical demands on them while they are also trying to go to school and being required going to school, according to Robert McCormick. He also stated that young men playing major football and basketball are there for an education. They're primarily there to win football games and perform well to succeed better on in their life. They also stated that in March Madness, which is a boys Division I basketball tournament, brings in alone $800 million a year just from that one event that they have. Yet, the majority of the university and coaches, the people who don't put in the hard work or commitment, get more money than the players who do the actual work to make sure the coaches in the university can have that money. If college sports became more popular and noticeable, more money will come in, and that can help student athletes with their career and whatever they would need the funds for. In an article published in 2016, it stated that over the years, NCAA had many legal battles with former basketball player and football stars, suing them for using their name and receiving entitlement and money from the NCAA, and they wouldn't get a dime of it, until they took them to court and had to fight to get money for them using their name. And pay all student athletes as if playing in the NFL or NBA solves financial problems wouldn't be such an issue for student athletes. Let the top students receive full royalties from their own TV ads / commercials, sponsorships, and even endorsements.